Hello, everybody. Thanks for giving me that little break there. Just needed to get some food in me because hadn't had dinner yet. So, yeah. All right, let's. Now, if I remember this correctly, we want to go through that upper right door to go to the jail, or is it down there? That's the jail. One of those two is the jail. That's where we want to go first. We don't want to go in this door first because that door leads to the engine that we need to blow up. And if we don't get all the way down there without saving the princess first, they just tell us to go all the way back and to save the princess, which sucks. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything on that. I'd sit there and say you'd think the stairs going, the other stairs going downward would lead to a prison cell block, and the prison wouldn't be up. But that would also require this game to make sense at times. You just blinded everyone, you jerk! See, we just went upstairs to go through a door, and now we're going downstairs, which should lead us right back to where we were. But instead, it leads us to the prison. Also has a lot of treasure chests, including that treasure chest, which you can't get to normally. I think that was really rude that he just self-destructed. Like, you try and be nice to people, you try and do the right thing, and then people just self-destruct in front of you. It's just... let's see, items, antidote on Gordon. Why? What? No. Sitting here trying to figure out why it's giving... Ah, the dark bow. I think this is like the first time we actually get a bow upgrade. Glad we got those extra items. So the Werebuster does a lot of damage on bombs? Those are the thief gloves, which are weird because I don't think you can steal in this game. So I'm not entirely sure what the thief gloves do. They enhance agility. I mean, I guess that's technically true. And that's how easy it is to break open the prison.
I meant to meet you at Kashran Keep, but things didn't go as planned. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks for coming to rescue me.
Oi, let's search the details for later. I'll head to the airship with the princess. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Gordon has sufficiently survived to get to the saving of the princess part. Hooray! So many just zombies wandering around this ship. You think that would cause some sort of health problems for the rest of the Imperial guys? That wasn't necessarily super useful. Man, thunder is not particularly useful in this place, is it? I only have 3 eye drops left. I'd really rather save them for the lower levels once we get into the area where we really want more of a concentrated damage output. You know, damage output. Now from concentrate. always fascinated by like which things do more damage, especially when you're dual wielding, because you always think it's like, oh, it's the second weapon that's always going to do less damage because it's the offhand one, right? Well, that's not always the case. Heck, I think in this one, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter in this group, but it does tell you which is their favored hand, which is their dominant hand. Though the real question is there anyone who has or is left hand dominant in this game? And I mean, the only other people that could be are Yosef, Minwoo, and Rickard and Leon. Oh, Gordon holding in there with just 4 HP left. And he's only got to get down like 4 more levels of the Dreadnought to... Oh, fine. I will cure the Gordon. There, Gordon, you're back up to 65. Why do you always self-destruct on Gizmo? Again! Always on Gizmo. So wait, you're telling me that the stunner Pikachus, like, paralyze you? For once, we have truth in advertising. Just what's for horrible, hideous, radioactive mice. Usually that's shrimp. Okay, now where are we going? Aha, this is the right way. Which makes me wonder what that one in the middle of the room was. I don't know, I guess we won't find out. Gordon, you just can't stay out of the red, can you? Remind me never to open a small market business with you. A market business seems redundant. Unless you're actually selling markets. Like you opened up a business that sells commercial real estate. I suppose that would be a market business. Or you could be a business that shows people on the map where things are. A market business. We're having a hard time with this guy. Oh, and Gordon's dead, apparently. See, punching works. Okay, punching that time did not work. Yay! Okay, so fun fact that we're learning today. Did you know that dying and coming back from the dead cures blindness? Who knew? Okay, that worked much better. Monsters? Why? Ah, real monsters. I wasn't expecting that. And Gordon is dead again. Gordon, if you're just gonna keep dying like that... They say the meteor killed all the dinosaurs. You could also kill many birds with one stone. Probably a record. Hey, Ardo. Real Monsters. Now that's a name you've not heard in a long time. A long time. Then what you need to do is watch a lot more retrospective animation videos on YouTube, because they talk about it on there all the time. Now, actually, last time I saw an episode, that would be a very long time. Because last time I saw an episode, it was still on the air. So, how's it going? It's going pretty good. We're celebrating 5 years of streaming tonight with trying to play through all of Final Fantasy II in a single setting. Setting? I suppose setting and sitting. Well, thank you. And now the worst maze in the game. The one surrounded by enemies. I thought if it get rid of the enemies, you could just like cut through. No, you fight them and then they still stick around, blocking the path. Stop biting me, you frickin' Pikachus from hell! Literally! The from hell part. I don't know if they're literally Pikachu, but they are literally from hell. There you go, peanut butter. Have some MP. You've never played this one? Only sporadically watched one person go through this in separate bits? Oh, this is my least favorite one. I am not a fan of this one. It has a unique magic level up system. It has a unique just general level up system because you have the magic stuff, which is one thing, and then you have all the weapons. And then by using either magic or the weapons, it increases your stats. So yeah, like we're rank 7 on hand-to-hand on Gizmo, rank 8 with maces on Peanut Butter. And since we were punching a bunch, our strength went up. I don't know why I'm pointing at my monitor like you can see me doing that. Oh, nice! You got a copy of the Cosmogony, the ring. Kind of talking about how the gods crafted this ring out of a meteorite that they formed the crystal from and how they're linked together and all that stuff. I know too much about fictional books. Dang you, curls! Or werepanthers, or whatever. Uh-oh. Do I have at least 2 more antidotes? I do. I have exactly 2 antidotes. Yeah, most of my problems with this game has to do with just the fact that it's like, so much of it is just pointless filler content in terms of the story. Like, you end up with, go here and do this, and then you go and they're like, oh no, that's all either handled already or already done, or everyone's dead and there's nothing to get. Okay, well, that doesn't change anything in the grand scheme. Let's go do something else. It's like, okay. Like, the plot keeps giving you things to do, and then they end up not mattering. The only thing about this game I really enjoy is this system, where you can learn key items to talk to people about and interact with different objects and things. Like, that is a neat idea, and I wish they had kept that around in further games, but... We threw the Sunfire in the engine. Woohoo!
What have you done? The engine!
That voice! Yes, I know, he sounds like Darth Vader. Moving on. On this last episode of Final Fantasy II, Goku has to do a silly games in this completely unimportant filler episode. Tune in next time. Yeah, that's more or less like the majority of the plot. We need to go save the Dragoons. We need to go recruit the Dragoons. Dragoons are all dead. Oh, okay, we'll just go back then. Well, we need this ultimate spell. Okay, let's go get the ultimate spell. We're never going to use it. I mean, you can use it, but unless you know the very specific way you need to level up your character to use it properly, there's no point. You're better off just using whatever you already have leveled. We blow up the evil dreadnought, and it's like, yay, we finally did something. Until, you know, the Emperor shows up later in a giant tornado that he can control and destroys way more stuff than the dreadnought ever did with it. Heck, later we kill the Emperor, and that doesn't do anything because someone else just takes his place. Right. Mr. King, where's your daughter? One of these things is not like the other, and strangely enough, for once, it's not Gizmo. You ever think about how your memory doesn't include your blinks? You know, my memory doesn't ever really seem to include any like first-person perspectives, just records of events that occurred. Gordon leads the army. That's a bad idea. Minwoo, you know of the legend. Yeah, that doesn't work out. People cut down birdhouses to make birdhouses. Yeah, but they're nicer birdhouses. They've got furniture. And those little, like, stick things that point out the front that they can perch on. Gizmo, I'd have you to go to Dice, the home of the Dragoons. Take care of, I guess. Yoda, out! We should save our tears for another time. Shut up, Gordon. They sway in the wind more easily, though. Well, maybe birds like that. I mean, they're always flying around in the wind anyway, right? Hee hee. Hee hee. Okay, Hilda. Whatever. $769 gil. I'll go to the Motel 6. Rockabye birdie. For some reason that makes me think that everything's gonna be alright. Give me 10 ether this time. And give me like 2 cottages. And again, you can't really go wrong with the original Rockabye Birdie, which is, of course, Rockadoodle. Fantastic film featuring the weirdest song ever sung by an owl, which is a niche category, I admit, but look at the pass for dice, pirate lady, blah blah blah. Doesn't this seem a little too convenient? Compared to what? That's the time we go and talk to the guy right next to her and he gets us to the other side of the ocean, no problem. Rockadoodle, you love that movie as a kid? It's a fun movie. I'm not gonna... I have fun with it. Out of all the movies of my childhood, I probably wouldn't say it's aged the best, but it's still fun. I mean, in terms of aging, there were some that haven't aged at all, and the problem there is the fact that they were not very good to begin with. we got a boat. Oh no, the pirates, they betrayed us. Yeah, I haven't seen it since you were 5 or 6. I find old media from my childhood always fun to revisit. It doesn't necessarily guarantee it's good, but I think it's one of those things where it's just kind of like, you're more willing to appreciate what was good about it still, and then recognize the fact that some of it's just like, well, you know, kids media throughout all the years. It's a lot of it just does not age great, regardless. Just because it's designed for people who are, you know, kids to understand. Just is. The weirder stuff is going back to the stuff you watched as a kid and find out that it was really not appropriate for you to be watching that. I remember when the 20th anniversary of the Transformers animated movie came out, I grabbed the DVD of it, and it had the VHS version, and it had the theatrical version. So I showed my friends in college the theatrical version. They were not prepared for the fact that the Transformers swore quite a bit in that film. Like, not like obscene amounts, but more than you probably could have gotten away with in like any other decade. Like, within the first 15 minutes of the movie, one of the robots says shit. It's crazy. Like, there's a few other times in there. I mean, they never drop like a full-on F-bomb or something, but oh man. And I just remember everyone else just completely losing it at that. To be fair, it's surprising. No, it was an Autobot on top of it. It's when they're trying to blow up Unicron with like self-detonating one of the moons or something. And it survives, and they're watching the monitor, and one of them just goes, shit! It's kind of like, what? I don't know what's worse, that they drop a single, like, shit in, like, the start of the Transformers movie, or how many times they say damn it in the Ninja Turtles movie. Because Raphael shouts damn it a lot in that movie. Which, much later, I would go see the movie Ants with Woody Allen in it and everything. And I saw parents taking their kids out of the theater after just saying damn one time. I'm like, those kids never would have made it through the movies of my childhood. I'm not talking about the old. I am absolutely talking about the old 90s live action one. The first one. They toned it down big time for the second movie. Like, they cut down on the violence. They cut down on how much they could use the weapons. But the original one, made in 1989, that one's definitely skirted some lines, I think. Yeah, Ants was kind of like A Bug's Life, but from the perspective of the Seinfeld cast. Hello, kid. Yeah, I know. Go tell your mom. I don't care. You don't remember too well? That's fair. I don't imagine a lot of people would have. I just remember because I go back and watch these things all the time. If I can get a hold of something that I watched when I was a kid, I absolutely will go and grab it. It's a great description. Well, thank you. Oh man, I got some unicorn horn.
How do mice floss their teeth? With string cheese.
That's how I floss my teeth too. Oh wow, I don't think I ever noticed this old back here. How do mice floss their teeth? With string cheese. Should really change it so it posts the text in the chat. It does that for the questions. Learn the word wyvern. Ask about the wyverns. Learn the word dragoon. Ask about the dragoon.
What are the two totally normal things that become really weird if you do them back to back?
Oh, let's see. Two totally normal things that become weird if you do them back to back. Well, since my mind's already there, brushing your teeth and drinking orange juice? I don't know if that's necessarily weird as much as it is just, well, it certainly tastes weird. Let me think, what else? That is entirely weird? Okay. I just know the fact that it's like, for some reason, like brushing your teeth or using mouthwash or something, followed by something very citrusy like lemonade or orange juice. Well, normally those two things are completely inafter, but combine them and there's like this weird combination that occurs in your mouth that just makes it disgusting and gross. Eating right after brushing your teeth? Fair? Eat first, then brush your teeth. The order of these seems to be fairly important as well, too, in my opinion. Think about this one. Going to work and then hitting up a bar. Totally normal in that order. Reverse it. Going to the bar and then going to work. Now you have a problem. Die, turtle! Thank you. If you take care of if you take care of chickens, does that make you a chicken tender? Absolutely. And if you get questioned about your occupation, you become a grilled chicken tender. That's a good one. Well, thank you. I just want to get back to the castle. Thank you. Lady, I got the rock. You ever think about how ice cubes float in a pool of their own blood? Would it really be their blood, though? It's like... Because the water isn't just like a component of ice. It is ice. It's almost like... if you took an entire person and then blended them down, meat, bone, and blood into like a pool and then swam in it. Yeah, I mean, it's gross, but that's what ice cubes are doing. So really, it's kind of worse than if they were just floating in a pool of their own blood. Is cheese just a loaf of milk? It's a loaf of expired milk. I don't know if that makes it better or not. So if cheese is just old, rotten milk, then what is aged cheese? Is that just like beating New Game Plus? A really old loaf of milk? The kind that you put out for like display purposes, but you don't actually give to a customer? Uh-oh, I think I may have went down the wrong direction. This dungeon has two paths through it. One has all the treasure, and one has all of the actual, goes to the actual ending of the dungeon. The worst part is you have to just essentially go all the way down and then come all the way back up and go to the other side. Oh, good. The hill guy gets just one-shot Layla. Beanbags are just boneless couches. Just raise the question of what makes not having bones make it so much more comfortable? And if I were to remove the bones of a person, would they become more comfortable? Well, it's a two-factor question too, because it's like, are they more comfortable, as in, are they themselves more comfortable? Or is it more comfortable for me to sit on them? Also, then I can use their skeleton to reenact Coco. You weren't ready for the skeleton reenactments? Well, what else are you gonna do with them? All right, I stand corrected. I think I am going the right way. I don't feel like doing any of the treasure dungeon stuff. Birth certificates are just baby receipts. So it turns out what I was doing wrong was I was using ice. And apparently ice is not nice for this dungeon. These guys just, yeah. There is so much I do not like about this. Giant's helm, visceral armor. Just trying to make sure I have. Yeah, sure. I'll put the thieves' gloves on him. Why not? She's dead. Golden hairpin that was resistant to lightning. Oh! I wanted it to do the thing it does in everything else and reduce my freaking MP costs. Time for the moment of truth. Did I go the right way or the wrong way? You had some pizza earlier, but didn't eat the crusts, so now you're dipping them in Valentina hot sauce? The 3 best hit hot sauces to you are Valentina, Cholula, and Tapatio? 5 more seconds. Oh no. I hate that it doesn't match up like that. It's always off by something compared to like when like the API says the ads are done. It was weird? It was a lie! I got the knight's armor. And the flame blow. Not the flame blow. That's a different thing. That's what happens that's what you call it when you were going out for a nice time, and then all of a sudden, a few days later, you've got to call the doctor because there's something really hurting down there. You just got hit with a flame blow. However, this is a flame bow. There was one 5-second ad right at the notification that said the ads were done. Like, who the fuck? This is a 6-second ad. If it weren't for that, the notification would have been right. What even was a 6-second ad? Hi, we sell chips. Bye. I suppose I should be more. I've seen what people did back on Vine, so I guess I could. There's a lot you can do with 6 seconds. Well, the bad news is we went down the wrong tunnel. Upside, I still have MP. I do like the idea that birth certificates are just baby receipts. Because you kind of need one. You need proof that there was a baby. Or else you could just go into, like, the hospital and say, yeah, I want that baby. Give me that baby. And they'll be like, okay, well, we don't know that it's not your baby, so we'll just trust you. And have a baby. And they'll do some horrible, unknowable things to that baby, like raise it to think that the Teletubbies is good entertainment. Such a dark things. Makes a lot of difference when you have the right element to attack things with. I already have mithril armor. You think all this mithril and like armor and weapons and everything that we're picking up here are actually just from dead dragoons? Like it's like, oh, the dragoons have died off and we've buried their remnants in the Lifespring caves to the north. And we're like, ah, that sounds like a good place to pillage. Time for Tubby bye-bye. Pump shotgun. Time for Tubby bye-bye. It's the only way to be sure, really. And I want to be clear, I don't have a problem with children's entertainment. I think I have made that perfectly clear through the tenure of my time on this channel. But I think there's a big difference between children's entertainment designed to be just something flashy and colorful that distracts a kid to entertaining and educational material like a lot of other shows. So when it comes to things like Boobahs and Teletubbies, yeah, I'm not a fan. Oh, don't, oh, yeah, don't do that. the souls always absorb magic. All magic, it turns out, which sucks. And if I remember right, that bridge actually breaks and drops you down into a pit if you try to cross it. And more importantly, it drops you into a pit on the other side. So you can't even come back to this side that's going down to the boss. It drops you on the other one that we just got done with. And we'd have to go all the way back out and then come back down. It's awful. It sucks. It's the worst trap. And you can't even tell there's something wrong with the bridge until you do it once. So you have to go all the way around like this. That's the proper way to do it. That sounds silly. It is silly. And frustrating. Because I've made that mistake more than once. In fact, I think this is the only playthrough I remembered not to do that. Let's see, a single solitary chest over in the corner. Odds are that it's going to have monsters in it? Flip a coin on that one? I don't know. Do I have a coin anywhere? No, but I have a D12. We can do odds and even. Odds it has a monster. 7. Crap. Haha! Screw you, die! You're wrong. Burn! Burn, zombies! We just get through one dungeon that don't have zombies in it? Please? If you smell your own fart, isn't it just going back inside of you? I believe you referring to recycling? It's environmentally friendly. The vice president told me so. Ha! Got it right in one, too. Why would the Chimera be after the egg? Like, did the Chimera just have been living down here eating the eggs and that's why there's no more? Or, like, did someone tip them off? Okay. Fire is not the thing they don't like. How about Blizzard? actually someone did tip them off and then got eaten, well, at least then I don't feel bad about their fate. There. Hands leveled up. Oh, this has always been my favorite part. So we get the wyvern egg, we put it in the spring, and that's it. Is there any sort of conclusion to this? Does it communicate that you've done it successfully? How long has Layla been down for? Since, I think, the first room of the dungeon. I did get her up briefly, and then she just died again. Poor Layla. Don't pity her. Her and her pirate crew tried to jump me. It's only because I kicked their butts that she even decided to go along with me. Hey guys. Wyvern's dead, and it'll hatch eventually, right? Yep, that's a thing. Wyvern dead. This room empty. Right, now we got to get all the way back to wherever we were going. And inform them that, hey, you know those dragoons and wyverns that you asked us to get as reinforcements for the war? No. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, whatever. Makes me feel real good about my accomplishments. Pirates? Yes, I am a pirate. 200 years too late. Layla's on the floor, there's birds attacking. I'm a warrior of light as of late. Did I just rhyme? Late with late. Yes, I did. Didn't even hesitate. Punch the sea snake back into the ocean. Bye. bop him in the nose. Your pizza crusts are gone and your mouth is on fire. You have lost one thing and gained another. I think that's the circle of pi, isn't it? Gordon, get off the throne. Hilda's been acting strange lately. Yeah, I'll go talk to her. I think I was going for like a circle of life gag, but then it pizza pie, and I don't know, it fell apart somewhere in there. That was pretty clever, actually. Wasn't 100% sold on it, but, you know, if it works, it works. Sometimes you just gotta throw a dart and hope it hits something or someone. It's usually easier to tell with the second one, but... And now the princess tries to seduce us. like, I was like, you scurvy snake. To get into fight, she's still dead. It's interesting if you input the value of pi and then put it up to the calculator to a mirror, it actually spells pi. It does if you're really bad about writing p's. Also, depending on how many digits of pi your calculator spits out. I also like that phrasing, like how many places. Godzilla tried to read that and fucking... I like the phrasing of like how many places of pi will your calculator spit out, because it gives me the idea of that you're just sitting there looking at your calculator and tell me, what's the value of pi, Mr. Calculator? And your calculator's like, pi? Oh god, oh! And it just hurls out digits. Yeah, so what's going on here is essentially that we found out that the princess got swapped with a fake while she was on the airship that we saved her from, and the actual princess is being held at the prison at the Colosseum and is being sold off as a prize for a tournament thing? I don't know. Hey, Felix! Final Fantasy 2, you see, yeah. I be very injured. Now question. Okay. Did I play Final Fantasy when I was a kid? Yes. Not this one, naturally. This one was not available in the United States when I was a kid. I played, the very first one I played was Final Fantasy IV, when it was still called Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. I didn't ever beat it or anything. Mostly I just rented it, or we played my best friend's older brother's copy. The first Final Fantasy I actually played to completion was Final Fantasy VI, when I was in 5th grade, going into 6th grade. Love the Moogle emotes. I adore my Moogle emotes. They are so fun. I just love Moogles in general, honestly, but... they are kawaii. Alright, so we're gonna go here and across. Because we've got to get across the desert to fight. Gordon, you are so useless! And you're already lost half your health. We haven't even got to the desert yet, let alone the dungeon. And streamer you like to watch made an emote for his wife, and it's adorable. Aw, that is adorable. I like how the antlions in this one are just really big ants. There's not anything special about them. They're just big ants. Aha, the Colosseum! I'm ready for you! Oh no, the Emperor! He trapped me! Who could have perceived that this was going to be a trap? This is also the very first time the Emperor appears in the game, despite being the big bad. WTF. Though in fairness, this is also the very first time in the entire franchise that the Behemoth appears. Gordon! Fail! Usually he's a little bit harder than that. Oh, who am I kidding? He's never been difficult. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Do not say out loud that you are going to assassinate the guy you're walking up to. How about that? He knew we were rebels? How? Could it be that we're the same people that blew up his dreadnought? Thanks, Titus. Thanks, Paul. I'll be back to steal your crap later. Aha, I picked the right one. Oh look, little Paul has finally learned how to deal damage. Final Fantasy 3 is your favorite of the older ones? Yeah, I'd have to say, out of the original, like, the NES trilogy, 3 is definitely my favorite. You lost connection for a moment? That was probably Titus's fault. Out of the Super Nintendo ones, it's kind of on par with, like, 6 is definitely my favorite because it has a lot of nostalgic value for me and, like, a lot of personal reasons. But I really like 5 too. James Arnold Taylor is innocent. I know so many people that would disagree with that sentiment. But as far as I'm aware, he's always been a very nice guy, so. Final Fantasy VI was like the first blockbuster epic movie one. Yeah, and honestly, I've told this story on stream before, but quite honestly, that game literally saved my life at one point. Like, I was dealing with a lot of depression in my young age because I'm bipolar, but I'm the kind of weird bipolar that it develops when you were young or just when you're born with it instead of it developing in the 20s like it normally does for most people. But Final Fantasy VI, man, like the idea of the fact that it's like the world is ruined, everything is awful, but we're still going to find reasons to keep living. Man, that got me through some hard times when I was a kid. Just that thought. You had a hard childhood, so Final Fantasy and other Square games helped you? Oh, yeah. Plays 2 video game characters like, that's about all you know? I've never met him at conventions, but I've known people who have met him at conventions, and he seems like a pretty. They've only had nice things to say about the guy. Gordon, you useless prick! You abandoned me. Not that you were doing anything, but. Which one? Hironobu Sakaguchi? No, we're talking about James Arnold Taylor. I've also heard that Sakaguchi's a really nice guy too, but he's a little bit less easy to catch at a convention here stateside. Oh, look, parasites that look like taffy to me. I don't know why. Something about their design just shouts taffy. It might be the colors. I don't know. And the Emperor's gone, and everyone else is gone, and there's no fights in that area. Father of our beloved Final Fantasy games and Lost Odyssey. Still need to be that one. I need to play Neo Fantasian. That's kind of interesting you didn't like 12, because I've always felt 12 was the closest to, like, post Sakaguchi. I always felt it was the closest to Sakaguchi's work. Yeah, Fantasian. They just re-released it as Neo Fantasian, but it was originally an Apple TV game that Sakaguchi made, and like hardly anyone got to play it because it was on Apple TV. So they just finally released it on Steam and all the other systems and everything, and I was like, wish it had just a tad bit more story drive. I'll try to keep that in mind when I play it. Try and temper my expectations. So I haven't had a chance to try it at all. But yeah, it's been out for like... Or story driven? Okay. Where am I? Oh, I am way too far south. Yeah, I thought it was funny, like, as soon as they left and founded Mistwalker, they just had essentially, like, they had Lost Odyssey, which is, like, this is Mistwalker's Final Fantasy, and they had Blue Dragon, which is, this is Mistwalker's Dragon Quest. Did Sakaguchi do Mario RPG? I don't know how involved he was in Super Mario RPG. We could look. Let's see here. Sakaguchi Mario RPG. He was the production supervisor, but he had very limited involvement compared to the actual directors. He was kind of like producer level. I never got a chance to actually play Blue Dragon or Lost Odyssey for that matter. It was just one of those games that was just kind of like, I didn't have the money for it at that time, and I had to be very selective. I think mostly I was playing like BioWare games. Lost Odyssey will make me cry like a baby. Oh no. Gets a little slow paced in the middle, but it's a good game with a good story and soundtrack. Okay. I'll have to see if I can... One of these days I'll have to see if I can track down a copy. I know it's probably not going to be cheap. Alright, frickin' Hilda's back. Right? Okay, Hilda's not there. Actually, no one's here. Oh, okay, we're doing that now. Okay. Yeah, we're okay, I gotcha. We're going and doing the whole revolution thing now. Gotcha. Right. No, don't go back in town. Well, this just seems cruel. I'm sorry, Mr. Goblin. He's got like 8 hit points. No, stay in the river. I want to stay in the river because there's no encounters to slow me down in the river. Let's do lightning on them? Okay, lightning clearly not the key element for these guys. Hey! Layla joined the party. Do we think we're going to make it to the boss before Layla bites the dust? I don't know, she only has like 1/10 of the HP that we have. She could survive like 2 hits from these monsters. So she has to get all the way up through like 4 floors without getting hit twice. No. You never know. See, if that hit Layla, she'd be dead. But so far, you're gonna lurk? All right, have a good lurk. Woohoo! 6 HP left. 6 HP left, Layla. I ain't healing you. Well, she made it to the boss. Which is Gatos. Let's try fire on him. See how that goes. Nope, she down. There is no way she was surviving that. Oh, if she only could have held out for like one more attack, she would have survived to the end of the boss. You were wrong? Yeah, but not by much. She did at least get to the boss. We defeated the enemy commander. Yay! And now we're took over the castle. I will learn Mysidia. What is Mysidia? Mysidia is the land of mages. Learn Mask. Yeah, by the way, we went to find the Dragoons. So, you don't care that the Dragoons are not coming, but you're like, oh, we have you. You didn't even want us to join. You were like, no, go back to your parents. And we're like, our parents are dead. People with hearing aids have a built-in mute button. My mother uses her hearing aid explicitly for that purpose. Like, we went to a concert the other day, and instead of having like earplugs or everything, I just saw her. She's like, the music's a bit loud. And then I just see her reach for her ear and turn down her hearing aid to like 60% volume. And I'm just like, that is so handy. Learn Ekmet Telios. That's okay. I don't need... Here. I know the door's location. I don't need to go find it. What a savage. My mom is awesome like that. She's pushing her 70s at this point. And... like... she still goes to like rock concerts stuff. That we went to go see The Offspring. Oh, she turns them off. She may have done that for the opening bands. She wasn't a big fan of them. We went to go see The Offspring together. It's always funny because we go to places and then they're like, "Oh, you invited your mom to come with you? That's so sweet." I'm like, "No, she invited me." She's the fan of The Offspring. I just kind of like them. Though the best time is we went to
Why
a...
did the frog take the bus to work? His car got towed.
Why did the frog take the bus to work? Because his car got towed. BB, you know frogs and toads aren't the same thing, right? Like, I get the joke, it's a nice wordplay, but they're completely different species. And you're looking at me like you don't care at all. All right. Holy moly, that's a lot of monsters. We're going to switch to fire now.
Castle up with the greens and let him go. Stand back, stand clear as he puts on the show. Don't you get fierce and see from hell. I cannot tell yet, I don't even wanna know. So you wanna be a trailblazer? Kicking dirt like a hell raiser. Take the reins, but don't react slow. It's time to feel the force of the chocobo. So you think you can ride this chocobo? Got choco, watch him and I put him on the chocobo. Settle up if you think you can ride in this rodeo. You know, I don't know to the dirt was wrong. If you think you're gonna hide this chocobo, everybody's gonna wanna ride your chocobo. Choco loco style in the choco rodeo. Ride him straight through hell in the chocobo rodeo. Castle up with the greens and let him go. Stand back, stand clear as he puts on the show. Don't you get fierce and see from hell. I cannot tell yet, I don't even wanna know. So you wanna be a trailblazer? Kicking dirt like a hell raiser. Take the reins, but don't react slow. It's time to feel the force of the chocobo. So you think you can ride this chocobo? Got choco, watch him and I put him on the chocobo. Settle up if you think you can ride in this rodeo. You know, I don't know till the dirt was wrong. If you think you're gonna hide this chocobo, everybody's gonna wanna ride your chocobo. Choco loco style in the choco rodeo. Ride him straight through hell in the chocobo rodeo.
I've been waiting and waiting for someone to redeem that one. I love that song. Crazy Chocobo is like the reason to play the 13 games. And I'm saying as someone who likes the 13 games, but that is still like the number one reason in my book. You're not a big fan of 13 series, but that Chocobo song gives you dopamine? Hells yes. Oh my god, did those little brain things try and cast swap on me? That's evil. The basement of the castle just has giant bugs in it, apparently. Where am I going? Over there. Okay. You ever get a random gift sub to someone you've never watched? And you're like, what are even these emotes? Yeah, no, I've had that happen. There's just like the backside of Pokemon? Like this is the Jungle Cruise or something? Burn! Fire! What are they doing is the question? Surely it's something family appropriate, right? It's Pokemon. They're Pokemon wouldn't do anything bad, right? What even is that? Like a pistachio? I suppose just random emotes like that are the modern equivalent of just stumbling upon a random GeoCity site where they have like, what the frickin' heck type of GIFs all over the site. It's gotta be getting close to the bottom here. Sort. Sort. Stalagmites? Wait, no, that's not the right way. I don't even know why I let her do that. She just heals them instantly. I don't know what the deal there is. We go and punch. We're just punching rocks. That's essentially all we're doing here, is punching rocks. We have descended past the ooey gooey brains and parasites and descended down to there's rocks. Oh no, monster. Whoa. Oh, they're not so bad. Oh, geez. They can petrify? And we got some orichalcum, which is something? What is orichalcum, game? It's a dagger that's effective against aquatic enemies. I don't even know. Like... Oh, good. I actually have one gold needle to bring him back from being petrified. Oh, good. No more ads. So I think I've discovered that essentially we're going down through the layers of the earth. We started off with like zombies and everything being like, oh, they're buried like 6 feet down, right? And then beyond that, there's bugs and gross things like brains and parasites, like the lower strata of like the lowest level of things, life forms. And now we're even further down and we're just fighting rocks. Add a BB. Where would you like me to add a BB to? Some samples that other people have used in the past have been adding it to my head or my shoulders or in front of me. Someone once asked for behind me. There. Put them on top of my head. On my desk next to the Moogle? I can absolutely do that. Sort of. Let's see. I could put them there. Switch devices. Your responses are very delayed. Okay. There we go. I had a hunch it was one of the ones at the end. Don't look at me like that. I totally called it. I knew it was going to happen. The other side of the Moogle? Okay. It doesn't look nearly as well like sitting on the desks in that case, but... Now it just kind of looks like he's sitting on my lap. Just good. He's sitting there next to the Moogle. We got the white mask. So the first time I played this, I actually got all the way, got the black mask, got to the room. Couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. Didn't realize I didn't have the white mask. Didn't realize that I was supposed to get the white mask here in Fynn. Had to backtrack all the way. This time I remember. I suppose I should definitely, at this point, I should definitely check to see if there's any weapons that I can upgrade to. I mean, unless I wanted to give, like, Leia a better weapon, which I don't. Hydrate. Gotcha. Double hydrate. Do I hydrate with the tea? Do I hydrate with the water? Do I hydrate with the root beer? No, you're not getting the golden cross. You're getting the golden armor. The golden cross is for her. Oh, we had another golden armor for him. Oh, that's golden armor is a step down from the knight's armor, apparently. Root beer? Gotcha. Because I got a big half-gallon of draft root beer from A&W today. I've been sipping on. All right. Is there anything good in the magic shop? Not really. I mean, Dispelled, maybe. I don't think the others are super useful. Helldiver! You're a bird and you fight some crazy stuff. Well, that's right. No, all their knives are like... No one's ever leveled the knives. Well, that's okay, because we got another dungeon to go to, so they'll have their chance to level up here soon. Kind of interesting that knife and spear are what they considered the optimal choice. Ugh. Well, jungle dungeon, you know what that means. At least I actually have a caster for this. One time I came in here with on another playthrough where it was I didn't have anyone. I was a caster, and man, trying to go up against puddings and oozes. Without someone who can throw magic, that is a pain. That's a nightmare to deal with. You know, at least they never made it so, like, they were like the oozes in, like, D&D, where they split. No. That would be next game, where we finally got the splitting oozes and other things. Just the split mechanic in general. I hated it. You got your tea? Gotta let it cool down a bit? Well, if you need, I mean, I'm throwing blizzards left and right here if you just want to kind of stick it out. Maybe you'll catch some of it. Good idea. I'm full of them. Like the time I said that I should tie a dog to the back of a car and then drive really slowly down the block, give it a walk without me having to do too much effort. That was a great idea until the police stopped me. Always reminds me of the best joke I ever wrote for a screenplay back when I was in film school. Sir, you aware that you were speeding? Is that a problem? In a school zone? Well, that explains all the bumps. Oh no. I was very proud of that gag. Okay, there were, what, 2 ways down? I'm guessing that one is not the correct one. Enough with the dual heads! I mean, they say 2 heads are better than 1, but come on, guys. After so many of you all die to me, if you think you'd maybe just try backing off. Let the oozes take a stab more often. They're brainless. What would they know how to do? There's a chest here. Okay, why do you keep giving me Scourge tomes? Are you trying to tell me something here? So I'm at 6 Scourge tomes. It's right there. I might as well go get it. If you try to fail but end up succeeding, which did you actually do? Fail. I think that's kind of an order of operations thing. So, like... Because you're not specifying what you try to fail at. Nor did you specify what you were succeeding at. Did you succeed at trying to fail? Or did you succeed at the thing you were trying to fail? I think the real conclusion is you should have tried harder. And your mother and I are very disappointed. I was trying to figure out like why it was getting so many magic terms, and then I realized this is like the Black Mask place. This is where magic people go. Also, the Black Mask just sounds like it's something that's going to get me canceled. But I didn't put it in the game. And it was put in the game in the 80s. And it's literally just a mask that's the color black. But now I'm remembering what you use that mask for later, and now I'm wondering, yeah, if this is problematic. You could probably say the same thing about the white mask, except I know what you use the white mask for. And it's less problematic. You know, you haven't played this game? Well, to put it simply, you put the white mask on a mannequin. You put the black mask on a teenage white boy. Or Japanese boy, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's a doppelganger of Firion, the Gizmo top character. You have to put the black mask over his face to defeat the doppelganger. So I think putting a white mask on a statue is less problematic than putting the black mask on the teenage white boy. That might just be my perception of the matter, though. Okay, so Scourge does not work on oozes at all. We're learning. I think this is the right stairs down. Yes.
What would you do with the money if you won the lottery?
What would I do with the money if I won the lottery? Well, let's see. I think the safest bet there would be I'd first pay off my debts. But there's some certain things I'd love to have. I'd love to have that statue they released. It's like 2.5 feet tall, but it's a statue of Terra from Final Fantasy VI riding the Magitech armor. And I want to say it was like something like 20 grand for the statue. And I think I would give that. I know my wife would immediately ask, where would you put it? Like, I don't know, I'd find a place for that. I'd put it in the garden. I don't know. We don't have a garden. Put it at the center of my gaming table. Let's see, what other interesting purchases would I go for? I mean, I'd probably use some of it to try and get some of those really hard to get games that are like from my youth, or like consoles that I never had a chance to own when I was a kid, that are now collector's items and go for a mint. You just won the friggin' lottery. If you don't have a spot, you can make one. Yeah, we'd probably buy a house with the lottery money. Then I'd be able to create my master archive in the basement where I just have all my shelves decked out and everything like that. Put Terra at the head of my new gaming table. But like I always wanted like the Sega Saturn, the Virtual Boy, if not to play, then at least to own. An Atari Jaguar. So I can at least sit there and sit people down. I'd get a nice big chair next to the Jaguar, so I could sit people down, and so they could be comfortable as I ranted about why the controller has a numpad built into it, because it doesn't make any sense. But I want them to be comfortable, like have that, like, you know, have something to drink, have some popcorn, you know, the whole works, so that, you know, as I'm spending the next 3 hours ranting about all the terrible decisions that killed Atari as a company using this Jaguar system, they would at least be cozy. That seems important. You're going to rant at your friends, make sure they're comfortable. Invest in their comfort. They're listening to you. Also, I would make sure that whatever house we ended up getting would have an extra special, like, room where there's the floor above has a trap door that drops down into a room, and inside that room is a vault of stuffed animals. So you could just pull the lever and fall down. And just because I'm a fan of Emperor's New Groove, there'll be 3 levers. Or 2 levers, and one pulls down, and when it does, the trapdoor opens, and you just get an audio recording of "Wrong lever!" I don't know, the other lever, like, opens up the door to the kitchen or something. Yeah, that's what I would do with if I won the lottery. Layla, when are you going to get up? Does Scourge work on the black flans? Maybe? No. Your other team members seem to have no desire to revive her in auto mode. That's fair. I mean, they're more or less matching my level of caring at this point. She won't be in the party long enough for her to ever catch up with the rest of the party, so... Now we'll try fire! Fire good against black. Okay. That's a dumb gameplay position. Yeah, that's probably one of the on the list of things that are just bad about this game, is that you constantly have the fourth person switching out. They don't ever scale to your level, and they're never in the party long enough to, unless you sit there and take the time to grind out their stats, they're never going to ever catch up to the rest of the party by the time a lot of them show up. It's just not useful at all. Especially since one character that you get is never in your party ever until the final 2 dungeons of the game. So let's see, he's got the wing sword. A staff made for striking? But it drops down her magic interference quite a bit. It's one of those things where it's like, it's 2 less defense, but like halves her magic interference. Which for a caster, pretty useful. Well, this is the Magic Town. Let's go and see what they have in the magic shop. A lot. So, are you all the way at the end like the high level magic? No. Asuna and Basuna, though, that's... Warp, sap, life, teleport. Middle person, are you the one with the good stuff? You have holy. Yes, please. Of nothing? Oh yeah, another fun thing that you can do in this town once you get here at, 3/4 of the way through the game. Not that one. This is another thing I love. I think it's this town, this building. Yes. See this bookshelf? You can ask any question, almost any question. And it tells you all the lore. He said they have a lot of for the magic store, so he said of nothing. Oh, okay. I mean, they had holy. On one of the 5 vendors was useful. So yeah, it's like, what is Sunfire? In a time before the world knew castles and kingdoms, a star fell to the land called Kashuan. Like, the Sunfire that you find is literally the still burning embers of a meteor that struck the earth. This is the only place you find most of this information. It's literally the only place there's lore. So all the lore is in this little hidden room in the back of this one town that you can't get to for 3/4 of the game. That's it. Hidden lore, a bad plot decision. I agree. As I said, there's a reason this is my least favorite Final Fantasy game. It's like there's a lot of just questionable bad decisions. Not all hidden lore is bad, but it's implemented like this, not good. Yeah, and I only found out about that because I stumbled upon that room by complete accident, just looking for stuff. I think one person in that town mentions the fact that, like, the Elder's Library has a collection of information about the world. Not that they tell you that that's the Elder's house, or that the library is a bookshelf in the corner. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot. I forgot to do the first part of the puzzle. It was back in the town. I was too busy ranting about how the terrible lore to remember to do the actual part of the puzzle. Please actually die. Thank you. If she got petrified, we'd be in very big trouble. 'Cause that would just be a game over, I think. Oh, right, no, I can teach her... Holy... And Asuna. I also have Basuna, but I don't really need her to learn that one. What do you mean that doesn't work on that? It cures status ailments. Are you telling me petrification is not a status ailment? Yeah, try and run away. Now we get to see how long it takes to actually for her to run away. That's ridiculous. I remember actually at one point I was so desperate to figure out why this game in particular is so bad at the fleeing mechanic. Like, it takes so long and so difficult to run away from a fight in this one. I actually tried to look up and see if there's like some sort of hidden stat calculation for it. And I couldn't find one, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. Yeah, I think it's just every time your turn comes up, there's just a flat percentage chance of running away. I think? We're going to be running into petrify things, though. I'm going to need some more of the gold needles here. Especially since apparently freaking Asuna doesn't do it. Alright, so now we go down here. There's a funny little statue. We put the white mask on the funny little statue. And yes, the masks do look like they're something out of a Sentai, Super Sentai show. And I know what you're thinking. What was the point of that? Well, good question. The point of that was the fact that without putting that mask on that one, you can't use the black mask on the doppelganger in the next dungeon. The option will not appear until you have put the white mask on the statue in there. I'm not sure how you were supposed to figure that out originally. I couldn't find anything that's super indicative of why that's the case. I couldn't find any dialogue that specifies that that's what you need to do. But you have to do it in that order, and you have to do it specifically. Oh, wow. Those guys were draining like thousands of HP. Man, that was... think we'd ever come to this. What? I made a promise with myself at the start of this stream that if I ended up getting a TPK, I would spin the wheel of Renegade Hydrates. So spin it we shall. What are we gonna get? Is it? Keep going. Go. No more. Frister. No. Sour pink lemonade. All right. Let's crack this thing. Am I supposed to shake it beforehand? I don't think so. I think it's carbonated. Ooh, but it's vegan friendly. How does an entire can of this stuff only have 10 calories? That's the most suspicious thing about this whole thing. Yeah, it's Ghost Energy Zero Sugar Sour Pink Lemonade. The last time I had a Ghost Energy drink on stream, it literally made me cry out in pain when I drank it. So it was like a slap to the face of flavor. It smells like gummy worms. Please don't hurt myself. Oh, it's not like it did actual, like, damage. It just tasted like it was super, super sour. And it just kind of like, it's one of those things like if you had like an atomic warhead candy or something like that, where it's just kind of like, yeah, that kind of thing. But I'm a bit sensitive to like super sour stuff, so. Smells nice though. This actually smells really good. As I said, it smells like gummy worms. Here we go. It's not slap you in the face bad or sour. That's the weird part, is that the other one was like slap you in the face sour, but it was not bad, honestly. It was actually a really tasty drink. It just was, it was a lot. But you could tell this has got like that sour to it because I'm getting like the salivating in the back of my mouth. And like kind of got tears forming in my eyes just from the sour. But otherwise, it's actually pretty good. It kind of just tastes like a very generic, like a lemon flavored gummy. Like, you know, when you have the gummy worms that are like multi-flavored, or the gummy bears that are multi-flavored, and then some of them have lemon flavored ones. It tastes like that, except sour. But it's not as bad. The one that actually was like ow, 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 super bad, I actually have that on the wheel here. It's the Ghost Sour Patch one. But it's a Sour Patch Kids Blue Raspberry flavor one. I actually have that here. It could have been worse. The other things on there are things like jalapeno limeade. That's the one I was really dreading. Like, some of these are gross. Some of these are big unknowns. Like, this one is actually gummy worm flavored Mountain Dew. This one's another classic I've actually done on stream before, but I brought it back because I still had a bottle of it sitting around. Just Sprite Vanilla Frost. Limited edition, because it was only around for 1 year, and surprise, it was not this year. So there we go. 1 Renegade redeem. Because I TPK'd the party. Ah, not that screen. There, that screen. All right. Thank you, autosave. Come on, Holy, you can do it. Fine, just use fire so we can get through this. I mean, Holy leveled up anyway. We got it leveled up. That's... Does Asuna cure anything? Yeah, those are the guys that do the drain attacks. You gotta watch out for those guys. These guys less so. It's like in Final Fantasy 12. Asuna cured a few things, but not everything, to the point that it's hard to know what it's for. This one, I'm wondering if it's a matter of how many ranks you have on it. Like, the higher the rank, the more things it cures. Oh, shoot. Burn the zombies! Thank you. But I do admit, that is just a guess. I like how their cottage is a gazebo. Who goes looks at a gazebo and say, I want to sleep in that? That thing with no walls? Ah, that is for me. The Cave of Mysidia. it weird that like out of everything that like stuck around in Final Fantasy, that the name Mysidia for like a magic village somehow is just one of those things that stuck around. Pretty neat, you think? I agree. I mean, it's one of those things, like, there are certain monsters that stick around forever. Chocobos stick around forever. But in terms of, like, actual, like, locations, that usually changes up from pretty game to game. But Mysidia? Mysidia shows up in 2, 4, gets referenced a couple times in a few of the later games. Slowly getting there with Holy. I just really want to make sure Holy gets leveled up, because in terms of, it's one of the few non-elemental spells in the game, which makes it very useful for things that are weak to magic, but you don't know which type of magic to use. The general answer? Holy! Black puddings black flans are just nightmares in general, though. They're like super resistant to everything. And at least in Chrono Trigger, when you had something that was like this resistant to stuff, they only had like 3 HP usually. Oh, we have missed so many treasures. Let me see here. What do we want to give people to work with? Ads incoming? I'll hold off a little bit so we have the next story beat with the mask thing is outside of ads. I'll just fiddle around with my magic for a few minutes here. That's a poison damage. I still don't even know what Curse does. Let's take a look. since we're kind of holding off here. What is Curse in Final Fantasy II? Halves the afflicted target's attack, defense, and magic power. Really? No ads yet? That's strange. My status thing says they're in progress as we speak. Weird. Okay, so Asuna at rank 1 can only remove darkness. At rank 2, it can remove curse and poison. At rank 3, it can do amnesia, Toad at level 4, Stone at 5, or 6 in the Pixel Remaster, and at 7 plus, Asuna has the odd ability to remove KO from a target. So it functions as a Phoenix Down, but only gives them 1 HP. Huh. Who knows about the ads? I have no clue. Well. The doppelganger is motionless. The purity of Gizmo's heart stifling the defiled heart of the creature. Yeah, we shoved the black mask on the duplicate of me. And he blows up. But that only works if the white mask is on the statue back in town. Otherwise, he just stands there and looks at you. Well, that's nice. I wish more things would blow up when I put stuff on them. Here you go, little Billy. A sticker. Ugh. This one's tricky because now you don't know where you're supposed to go. One of these doors is not like the other. One of these doors actually leads to the next area. Does this actually heal it? No! Holy even works on the souls! Making Holy the most useful offensive spell that we have come up with so far. The downside is that, like, the fire spear doesn't do anything on the flans, despite the fact that it's supposed to deal fire damage. So it clearly prioritizes like weapon damage over elemental type. It's a little annoying. It'd be less annoying if it was a better explanation of how that works. Like if there was a clear differential of like, this does weapon damage, or this turns your weapon damage into fire element, gives the fire element to your weapon damage. So then you'd be sitting there going like, okay, so it does fire elemental, so it'd work on things that are vulnerable to fire, but if it's invulnerable to weapon damage, it's not going to do anything because it's weapon damage first. Which... once you understand that that's kind of the balance it goes for, is that it's magical, physical, then elemental. You can kind of see how the system works and interprets all of that. But unfortunately, and there's never anywhere that like spells that sort of thing out. Oh, hello, Malboro. Nice to see you. Welcome to the game. Please don't bad breath me. What's really annoying is trying to figure out which of these doors is the right one. Wow, he did like 3k damage to himself in confusion, and it didn't break him out of confusion. Malboros scare you? I don't blame you. Honestly, that was the best part about Final Fantasy 16, is that it starts out with probably the most terrifying Malboro I have ever seen in a game. One of these. There you are. Yeah, this is the puzzle dungeon that legitimately has fake walls. It has... You still gotta play 16. You're also a big DMC fan, so you should get around to it. Oh yeah, especially if you're a big DMC fan. Honestly, the hardest thing to get into with 16 was the fact that the very early side quests feel very MMO-y. It's a lot of go find 5 of these and bring them back, which, yeah, is kind of annoying. But here's the thing. Those quests open up later side quests that eventually get really, really, really good. Like, so the early ones at the start of the game are all like fetch questy type of stuff, and it gets really annoying. But if you stick with it, they turn into really good side quests toward the end of the game, but they will only unlock if you did the earlier ones. yeah, I was kind of like sitting there kind of blown away. It's like, because a lot of people were talking about how bad the side quests were, and I'm like, I agree. But then when I found out like some of these are only unlock if you do this stuff early on, it's like, so there's a reason to tough through it. Not saying it's good by any means, just saying it's worth tough through it to get to the good ones. Because the later side quests are really good stuff. So many freaking oozes. Yay, Holy leveled up. We're at Holy level 8 now, I believe? Okay. Let's see, was my gut right just like all along? That it was this one down here? No! Which means it has to be that one there. All right, at this point, I hate you, birds! But I think we're at we've leveled Holy up high enough that we can actually start doing, like, yeah, AoE attacks with it. Although, in fairness, it's not doing as much as, like, the other two. But it'll be doing more than them in this fight. How is that not already taking them out somehow? Items, antidote, cure Mohawk. There's the stairs downward. You think Holy would do more damage on the undead? Like right now, it's just kind of like, eh. You think it's weird too? Yeah, it's just... And I guess it's one of those things where it's depends on the game, because it's one of those things where it's dealing... If Holy is the type that deals non-elemental damage, then... You should check this. Magic. Holy. Deals holy damage. Okay, it does say Holy is a damage type in this, so... I don't know then. I was gonna say, if it deals non-elemental damage, then that's one thing. If a holy is a damage type, then there really shouldn't be a reason that undead are not vulnerable to holy damage. Zap. I do find it entertaining that in terms of like attacks, the auto attack always prioritizes up to down, right to left. Always. Like, you're never gonna see it prioritize the Marlboro in this case, or something like that. You should head out for the night. Not sure if you'll still be playing when you wake up, but I wish me a good night and a good stream. I don't know if I'll be soul streaming when you wake up. That entirely depends on how long it takes me to get through this. But you have a good rest and a wonderful evening or night. I'll just be here going slowly mad. So mad. Mad as a hatter. I have that hat somewhere. Should really try wearing it sometime. Or get a version of it that I can put on my character here, my persona here in stream. Avatar? Persona. Character. Me. I think we're almost to the bottom because we're hitting the door problem now. Aw, Mohawk got paralyzed. At least so far with this dungeon, we've maintained an ability to just kind of have control over the situation. Nothing's dealing too bad of damage. We haven't come close to another TPK with those skeletons again, despite the fact that they have shown up. I think Mohawk only has a few levels left in axes. Meanwhile, at this point, I don't think there's a single thing in here that Layla could survive a single hit from. So, like, bringing her back up from the grave just does not seem like a useful thing to do. Because honestly, we just have to take her back to some low-level area where, you know, we'd have to... weed all of this out and try and get her leveled up and boosted, and it's just not a good, worthwhile time investment when the other three can handle it just fine. I mean, generally, they're able to kill most things in here in a single attack. Oh, it's a potion. That's fantastic. All right, is it going to be the one door that's way down here in the corner? I can't remember if this was the trick or if there was a double bluff or what. Nope, it actually was that one. Because you got the three other doors sitting up there at the top, and it's just kind of like, oh, are those going to be one of those going to be the door, and that this is going to be the decoy, and blah 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 blah. But no, it's this one. Like I said, this is the puzzly dungeon. There's all the sort of puzzle stuff in it. Monsters? Oh, he's cursed. That's what that is. All that for a drain tome. Ugh. Do you have anything that undoes? Yes, I have an item that removes curse. Wait, no. Do holy, because holy affects the souls. Not. I really want to do an art piece based off of this playthrough where you just have the other three dragging Layla behind them. just like tied up with like a rope. Yeah, I just don't think... Oh, the fake wall is probably on the other side, isn't it? There's no way to actually see which ones are the fake ones, which drives me nuts. At least in Final Fantasy 3, they actually had a very clear... This is where the fake walls are. Like, there's clues, there's like cracks in them and stuff like that. This one, no, it's just kind of like, figure it out. Well, it took the entire dungeon, but Holy finally got to the point where it's useful. It's one of those things that kind of makes you wonder why there wasn't... Well, I mean, I know why. I mean, there's NES days. There wasn't much room left on the cartridge for lore back in the day. But it does make me kind of wonder what the story was intended to be with these ruins. Like, was there actually, like, backstory given to what these ruins were, or... That is a lot of Malboros. I'm actually kind of curious, do they even do Bad Breath yet in this game? A Drain Tome, an Osmos Tome, and the Crystal Rod. The what? Is it... Okay. Is this good? I think it's good. Magic. Oh no! We don't have enough. There. Now you have enough to use teleport to get us out of here. Thank you. All right. Let's go sleep in the gazebo.